If hard work was the secret to wealth, every construction worker and waitress would be a billionaire, and the investment banker sitting in air conditioning would be broke. The reality is uncomfortable. Society has sold you a script that says if you get good grades, keep your head down, and work 60 hours a week, you will eventually be rewarded. That is allié. That script is designed to make you a good employee, not a wealthy person. The wealthy do not trade their time for money. They trade value for money. And until you understand that distinction, you will always hit a ceiling. Think about it. Your time is limited. You only have 24 hours in a day. If your income is tied to those hours, your wealth is capped. You are literally placing a limit on your own potential. Wealthy people detach their time from their income. They build systems, they create assets, and they leverage technology. They wake up in the morning richer than they were when they went to sleep, because their money was working while they were resting. But before you can build that bank account, you have to build the mind that can hold it. Most people have a scarcity mindset. They view money like a pie. If someone else takes a slice, that means there is less for them. This creates fear. It makes you hoard. It makes you afraid to invest in yourself because you are terrified of losing what little you have. You focus on saving pennies instead of creating dollars. The abundance mindset realizes that the pie can be grown. Money is infinite. It is simply an exchange of value. If you want more money, you simply need to solve bigger problems for more people. Ask yourself right now, how big are the problems I am solving? If you are just filing paperwork or moving a box from point A to point B, the problem is small, and the pay will be small. If you are organizing a team to build a skyscraper or writing code that saves companies millions of dollars, the problem is massive, and the reward will match it. Another trap is the addiction to comfort. A paycheck is a drug. It is a steady drip of dopamine that tells you everything is okay. It quiets the anxiety of survival. But that comfort is a cage. Wealth requires risk. Not gambling, but calculated risk. You have to be willing to look foolish. You have to be willing to fail publicly. You have to be willing to spend money to acquire knowledge, knowing that the return might not come for years. Poor people buy liabilities. They get a raise and immediately buy a better car, a bigger TV, or nicer clothes. They look rich, but they are actually getting poorer because they just increased their monthly expenses. Rich people buy assets. They get a raise and they put it into stocks, real estate, or their own business. They live below their means for a few years so they can live above everyone else. Means for the rest of their lives. You also need to examine your internal vocabulary. What do you say when you see a Ferrari drive by? Do you say, "Must be nice"? Or he probably inherited that. That is envy and dismissal. That is your brain protecting your ego by pretending you don't want it. A wealth mindset sees that Ferrari and asks, how? What did they do? What value did they create? It treats success as a clue, not an insult. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If your friends are constantly complaining about their boss, complaining about the economy, and talking about how the system is rigged, you will stay broke. You cannot escape a gravitational pull that strong. You need to audit your circle. You need to be around people who talk about ideas, not people. People who talk about growth, not safety. Finally, you must understand that money is neutral. It is not Ebola. It is not good. It is a magnifier. If you are a generous person, money will make you a philanthropist. If you are a greedy person, money will make you a monster. Stop demonizing what you want to attract. You cannot become what you hate. If you subconsciously believe that money is bad, you will self-sabotage every time you get close to success. The shift starts today. Stop asking, how much does this cost? And start asking, how much is this worth? Stop asking, how can I do this work? And start asking, how can this work get done without me? Stop looking for security. Start looking for opportunity. Your bank account is just a reflection of your past thoughts and actions. If you want to change the number on the screen, you have to change the programming in your mind. The world is overflowing with money. It is waiting for the people who are bold enough to claim it. Why not you? Why not now?